Happy Manifestation Monday. Happy Magic Monday. Yeah. I'm the goddess of radical self-love, and this is MECA, Make Everyone Count Always. We are a resource support network for radical self-love and self-care with focused attention on our community's most vulnerable care receivers and those who care for them, caregivers. When our community's most vulnerable and those who care for them feel supported and valued, the rest of us are assured we are supported and valued as well. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for helping grow our family. Thank you for liking, thumbs up the videos, commenting, and sharing so we can grow our network, our family, right? Of radical self-love experts in self-care, and master manifestors, manifesting the life you want and deserve. That's what we do here. We all are master manifestors in training. Yes. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's definitely something you have to continue to do each and every day. Focused attention. However, it's all about going with the flow of the universe, stepping into it and stepping out of our own way. So, we drew for the energy today from our New Orleans Voodoo deck. My favorite card that comes up all the time because we are just drawn to each other as La Danza. Yes. Release, and nice boob shot. Let the universe take over. Be a willing participant and get out of the way. Allow the universal forces to overtake you. So you kind of have to not be so set in your ways and your dreams, passion, goals, and desires. Honestly, when I first started, when I went on my own, trusting and believing the universe, that my guides, higher self, source, archangels and angels, ancestors, animal totems, my crew, they're all around me, whispered. Well, it was kind of loud, actually. Trust and believe, and I'm a researcher, and I need proof. But I decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to try it, because I know shit ain't happening the way I want it to now. That was 3 years ago, right? So, I listened, I wrote, I scribed an entire business plan, and I pushed. I pushed in a lot of wrong areas. I knocked on a lot of wrong doors because I knew it. I knew that this was all divinely orchestrated. This whole business plan. Like, why doesn't anybody want to see it? Why doesn't it? Oh, wait, no, they do want to see it. They want to steal it. They want to take all the ideas and not give me credit and steal the business. So I did have a couple of people who are supporters, believed. However, I kept hearing the same thing. Like, are you prepared not to have any of this turn out the way you had planned? Well, it's going to turn out the way I had planned. I've been divinely guided. Hello. So funny, and I'm not saying that it never will. I got the plan. If anybody wants it, I got it. Long-term services and support solution to the crisis, right? It's a real solution. Lots of solutions that will work, that are working, but not in the way they could be working at full potential, the way that I have seen it, right? But on the way, I learned this thing called radical self-love, right? So radical self-love. Choosing you. Choosing your dreams, passion, goals, and desires, right? I mean, even if they're not going to turn out the way you had thought, it all leads to radical self-love. And then you have to have this thing called radical forgiveness and compassion for the self, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes every day, all the time, because we're human beings. Yes, we're divine, perfect beings, stuck. I shouldn't say stuck in the human condition. However, we are manifested within this human condition. This is our choice. We wanted to know what energy manifested looked like and felt like, and here we are. So we get to play. We get to learn the game. And we had made all these, what are they? Locks. So we didn't remember who we really were, because that would just be way too easy then. I mean, we just come here and manifest everything we want and have no, contrast. How fun would that be? Like on Chutes and Ladders, let's say, on that game, Chutes and Ladders. It is fun to slide down and have to go all the way back up, or else it wouldn't be a game. It's kind of like that. But you get better at being able to fall back and slide back when you allow for yourself to stumble, not know all the answers all the time. And it gets even more easy. I'm like, more easy. It gets even more exciting when you allow the universe to bring you wherever you're supposed to go instead of demanding on where to be. Just let go of the control. It's so hard. It's so hard for me to do. I'm telling you. But if I can do it, you can do it. Which is kind of like how my book is, right? The Snake That Never Sheds. I'm saying that was a life filled with shit. A lot of shit. A lot of horrible shit for a little girl. Shit upon shit upon shit. So if I can be here telling people I found radical self-love, that's the answer. I figured out how to manifest the life I want, or I'm in training. I'm happy, so I did figure out how to manifest the life I want, to be honest. I am super happy. However, I'm not always happy because there's still blockages there that bring me back to the past that I have to work on and get rid of, which is why meditation is so important, right? So let me read the card and then we'll go some more into the manifestations, right? Master Manifesting Magic Monday. The dance. I'll let you look at it again. Sorry I was talking so much. Let the universe take over. No control. So it's movement and the Chariot, which is my card. Cancer, right? The body moves in waves that span the bridge between the visible world of the living and the world of pure potential. The Iowa exists in a world of pure movement where no thing has come into being. No thing has solidified. Now, through the body, through the whirling step of the servitors, those who serve the Iowa have found a point of entry. Infinite possibility takes form, and the waves of ecstasy sound a point of creative power. The waves of ecstasy, which can also be found in music. There is a point at which the dancer leaves, and only the dance remains. Sacred dance builds to this point. Here a little death occurs, and identity is left behind like the skin of a shedding snake. Dancing is so much like meditation, like painting, like writing, working out. There's so many things that are meditative. You go into that meditative state, you're fully present, and then allow to let go and have the ether overtake you. And that's when real manifestation begins. Real creative, conscious creation. When you're like, did I do that? Kinda. You are the vessel. Sacred dance builds to this point. Here a little death occurs. So the death, going into that zone. And identity is left behind like the skin of a shedding snake. We can only do that in our daily lives all the time, right? Move out of the way like the shedding snake. Rider and vehicle become one in movement. So letting the universal forces work through you. You become one. Dance is the movement, the vehicle is the dancer, and the rider is the Iowa. The aspect depicted in this card is that of the Hosen, initiates who can manifest the Iowa. Dancing in sacred movement. A Iowa rides the back of one of their number. Here the Iowa is depicted as a pure being of light, while the Hosen, host, is shown carrying the weight and thus the possibilities of matter. Possibilities of matter, possibilities of conscious creation or master manifesting. The attributes of this card center on the transcendence of circumstances. A being of great power is born in the union of the Hosen and the Iowa. Spirit bends to embrace matter, and matter returns the favor in kind. I say, I was going through some things over yesterday for a moment or two. The energy is good right now. Picking to choosing not to let those lower energy vibrations pull you down and choosing to go into dance mode, go into paint mode, go into your conscious creative self, right? Meditating, working with the earth, planting, right? Tending your garden changes the vibration. So that's what we're always going to be looking for when we're doing our self-care plans. What can we do to change the vibration during the day if we're going to come up on some icky, right? Some icky within, inside, and on the outside. So you're dealing with a dick. What are you going to do about it? Center. Stay there. Choose one of your self-care items you've listed, right? That we're going to work on after we're done with this. The one who's centered wins, always. Don't let your emotions overtake you. No, let the ether go into center. Contemplation. How little of one's movement the conscious mind directs. Even the act of walking is far too complicated for conscious control. How many things do you do on a daily basis without even thinking about them? So when you're given the opportunity to be able to think about what you're doing and whether it's going to propel you up, like ascension, because you're given a test and another test and another test and another test, just to make sure you're ready for, you know, all that prosperity you're looking for or that relationship. How are you going to choose to handle it when you have so many things during your day that you don't even have to think about anymore, right? Autonomic. Divination, transcendence of a situation through esoteric physical action. Triumph, victory, constructive or deconstructive adherence to set forms of action, right? Triumph, victory, constructive or destructive adherence to set forms of action. So, whatever works, keep using it if it's working to keep you in center and propel you to victory. If it's not working, it's time for a change, right? Center. Listen. What do you need to do? Ask. Ask, and the answers will be given. Thank you so much, my dancer. I always get this card every single time I do a reading for myself. Every time. It's so funny. I love it though. That just means, you know, we're in union. And I love the dance. And I love the music that makes me dance. So, Master Manifestation Mondays, what do we do first? Make our self-care plan for the week, right? So, what are your physiological needs for the week? Do you have them all straight? Do you have a diet you are sticking to that you would like? Well, not a diet. We don't do diets here. We do lifestyles. So I do think I'm going to start the fasting lifestyle, the 2-5, just to make it easier for me. Mondays are always so busy, and I mean, obviously I'll feed my children. But kind of works into my lifestyle anyway. And hydration for me looks like alkalized water. That's what we're going to be using from now on in this household. And so on. You can find the Master Manifestation or MECA Master Manifestational Map on our Patreon. So you can fill in all the spaces. It's $1. So, and we're also going to have our website opening where you can find all the things that you need for your support in that plan. Very easy. Super fun. Super excited. So, do your care plan for the week. What do you need to do? What are you going to do to support yourself if you come upon some icky, like I did this weekend? So, as you guys know, I do use personal references. I know. I'm not going to cry. My guides are telling me to take the emotion out of it, even though it's emotional. So, I don't have to cry about everything. I'm not that big of a baby. I'm really not a baby. It's just, I'm so connected to everything. It's like, I really love hard. So I really get hurt hard, if you can understand that. So, typically, on a Mother's Day, since I have 4 children, for the last, well, now it will be 13 years, it's been pretty predictable. Like, my past relationship would take me out. I mean, not always pay, but whatever. It just felt good to have all the chitlins there, you know, and a man who says thank you. Sometimes I'd get flowers or whatever, right? And I mean, like, I did get a lot of happy Mother's Day wishes, but from a lot of people I have never even met, which is kind of cool, but also a little creepy. But that's okay. And I finally got a message later at night from my past relationship, which you guys know we just started talking again since July. So I would say that's, since this is now May, that's pretty big of him to just say Happy Mother's Day. But it's just like, everything's so different. And it does make me sad. I mean, nobody said this shit was going to be easy. Nobody said master manifestation or radical self-love and self-care was going to be easy. And it doesn't mean you're happy all the time. You just have to have a plan of action for, you know, when you're not, so you don't fall back into your same codependent issues where you're really looking for someone to take care of you instead of taking care of yourself. You know, there are other people I have to reach out to now, and I can do that. Or I can take care of me myself. So, but it does, change is not easy. I'm sure, well, I don't know if the butterfly looks back and says, I miss being a caterpillar. I mean, yeah, it can fly and everything, but maybe it had more friends as a caterpillar, right? I mean, maybe it had a beautiful home all set up and like the butterfly is like just flying, has no friends. It's on its own, you know? And like, sometimes it gets a little lonely. But then I see how I feel about what I'm able to create myself. And I understand when I am ready for a relationship, what kind of relationship that I want, right? That looks nothing like the past relationships I've ever had. It's free. You're free to do as you wish. I'm free to do as I wish. It's just freedom and love and support. Real support. Like, I'll do whatever it takes to help you win. Just like I've always done for everyone. What do you need? How can I help? I want that too. If I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody. And obviously, I want really good sex. Well, I went without it for so long, I can manifest it. I know what I want. I have like a whole list. You need to have a job. Yes, you have to contribute to society. And you have to have bigger dreams and aspirations than just going to your job every day. I mean, if it's already what you're doing and what your passion is, then I'm not going to say that. I mean, I want to see if you have more, you know? But master manifesting, it's not always easy. Radical self-love, it's not always easy because choosing the self sometimes means you're going to be alone. And that's okay because we build the strength to be alone. We build the strength to love our own company. And you guys know I love my own company. So, I mean, I love MECA. I love radical self-love, but I definitely love me. And I've worked super hard to figure out how to love me, which means I had to let go of guilt and shame, right? I'm a human being. So basically, I'm an animal with a divine being put together. How do we work that? That's what we're doing. We're ascending, right? We're saying, yeah, I get it. I'm still a human. So there's going to be some weird shit that I do that I don't even always agree with or I've done. And the whole point is every single day just to get better than yesterday, right? So one step in front of the other every single day. It doesn't have to be a big step. It could just be a tiny little step. So weird. I already know I'm weird. Don't worry. I do. So, for your magic, I do have a little something something. I was trying to find something with roses because I do have these roses over here. Well, I know they're dead. But they're almost dead. They're kind of fresh though. But I'm just going to snip them up and put them in my bath and make a spiritual pretty bath. Yes. And remember, we also have our moon manifestation spray for love, peace, and protection and prosperity. 3 different kinds. Yep. Just waiting to put the labels on them still. I know. I'm slow. I have a lot of shit that I'm doing at one time. I really wish I could duplicate myself. I mean, I kind of have with my children, especially with the Conscious Queen, but anyway, remembering your dreams. So I'm letting you know right now, my dreams as a conduit have led me in amazing places. They really do. They tell me secrets that other people won't tell. I know things about people that they'll never tell through my dreams. I see the future in my dreams all the time. It's scary for some people, but I'm just used to it. Yeah. So, just a little tidbit on your dreams, yeah. The dream was desperately needed. Perhaps you needed to see your true love's face before you accepted what might be the wrong marriage proposal. Maybe you needed a dream consultation with your grandmother regarding some vital family secrets. You ground the dream incense by hand, forced yourself to drink that bitter, bitter mugwort tea, and surrounded yourself with dream charms and pillows. I'm not that crazy. I mean, I don't do all that. I have a dream catcher and a journal. You should definitely have a dream journal. Yes. And a dream dictionary. You tried and practiced for weeks, and finally you had the exact dream you needed. You were so excited, you promptly woke up and forgot the dream. It's happened to all of us. A dream is so vivid, so vital, so important, we swear we can never forget it, even if we try. We're so sure of this that we see no reason to record the dream, and within hours, precise details are gone forever. Dreams are by nature elusive. If you move abruptly when you awake, you will lose all or part of your dreams. Nothing prevents dreams from being recalled more than a loud sudden alarm clock. Dreams are always retained and recalled better if one wakes naturally, whenever one is ready. If you must wake up on time, gently transitioning awake, perhaps to soft music rather than being abruptly jolted awake, increases the likelihood of retaining your dreams. I really detest alarms. Yeah. Keep pen and paper by your bedside. Some prefer a special dream journal. Yes, and a new moon journal as well. So I keep both mine together. As well, new moon manifestation, right? Which we do each month. It's a good time to reassess your plan for the month so that we can update it each week. On Monday, manifestation, Magic Mondays, right? So it's not, our planners are not just about our self-care, but what we want to manifest. So when we're done writing our self-care, what we want to manifest comes after. Can't manifest if you are not caring for yourself, right? As you become an experienced dreamer, you may awaken briefly following every dream in order to record it before returning to sleep. This shouldn't disturb your rest. Awaken may be the wrong word. A sort of half-sleep state is achieved just awake enough to fuzzily perform the function of writing. This semi-comatose state is the best state in which to recall and record dreams. Some learn to write in the dark, and some learn to write with their eyes closed. Dream pens are sold containing tiny lights, so as to provide just enough to write by. I definitely am going to find those to put on our site. As long as you can understand your own writing later, it's not important to write neatly now. Transcribe dreams into a proper journal later. Record dreams immediately, even minutes later. So if you even just put down the main things that happened, later on when you look at it, the rest of it will flow. It will come to you if you just remember some of the main events. So you could just write 5 things that are the main things, right? Who, what, when, or why. Record dreams immediately, even 5 minutes later. Details disappear forever from memory. Don't believe me? Experiment when you awake. Write down your dream immediately, then go back to sleep or about your business. Several hours later, without reading what you've written, recall your dream or write it down again. Go back to your first record. Most will discover that the initial description includes details, some crucial, no longer remembered. Other methods assist dream recall too. So, oh yeah, I like this one. To remember your dreams, dream potion. This deceptively simple technique is highly effective, although it may take a little time to get the hang of it. Practice and persistence will be rewarded. Mugwort tea or any of the dream potions are deemed most effective. However, any beverage may be used. So we can program our water just by talking to it. So when you're filling up a cup of water to have at your bedside at night, or you're so sorry. Program your water by saying this, okay? When I awake, I will have another sip and remember my dreams. That's it. So you can write that on a sheet of paper. You can write it on your bottle of water with a Sharpie, right? You can just say dream remembrance potion. Whatever you want to name it, right? Be a conscious creator. When I awake, I will have another sip and remember my dreams. So, I just thought that was awesome for today. I travel so much in my dreams. Like, literally, sometimes I don't want to get up because my dreams are so amazing. And I feel like I'm doing so much work in my dreams that when I wake up, I'm exhausted. But, you know, when I come back here, it's like, all right, I guess I'll just go back to manifesting MECA and helping others to find their radical self-love. Yeah, that's what I do here. It's super fun. It's super rewarding. I love it. Because literally you matter. You matter. Your dreams, your manifestations, you deserve them. That's the whole point of radical self-love, is knowing and understanding that you are worthy of everything that you want in this manifested world. And then once you get it, you might realize that it wasn't as important as you thought it was, some of the stuff. And others, like this network for me, it's pretty important. So I thank you. I'm so grateful. We better rock it out. I'm so glad I didn't turn off my mic. Yes. Thank you so much for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. Thank you for spending this time with me each and every day or each Monday. Make sure you do your care plan for your self-care. That's your radical self-love. You are worthy. Make sure you write down all your manifested dreams and goals, passions and desires you would like to accomplish this week, but go with the flow. You see them? Overtaking my body. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing week. Ciao, ciao.